Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam, Madam.
How's everybody?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you Allah for still being alive and still a Muslim. Alhamdulillah. I don't understand. There are still some people coming late. This time I just admit them. Maybe next class who came late, I will just not allow them to enter. Okay, it's a warning for those who come late. You are supposed to tell me first if you're going to come late. Otherwise, I will just not allow you to enter. And this I don't know how many times I remind you have to turn on your video, the camera, or I will kick you out. Okay, so I don't have to remind. It makes me angry, you know, when I have to remind. So why do you want to make me angry? Just turn on your video. You know, once you are in, you have to turn on your video. So I'll give you 1 minute to turn on your video. Otherwise, I will just remove you from the class. Unless you tell me privately, you can chat to me what's the reason why you are not turning on your video. Okay. And it's our class. I purposely postpone it to 8:10. So that all of you at 10 exactly everybody can enter. But still, I don't understand. Even at 8:10, we started late, but still people come late. So that's why next time 8:10, that's it. I won't allow anymore people joining unless you have internet problem. Okay, so Afnan said you cannot. You have a problem with your connection is poor. Okay, no problem. Okay, the rest of you can put your name as attendance in the chat, name and matric number. And those who didn't turn on will just remove you. I already remove people who didn't turn on the video and tell me why. So Feng shooting. Is Macha your friend?
Yes, Madam.
Tell her to turn on the video first because I already removed her and she asked to enter again. So
Okay, Madam.
otherwise I won't allow her to enter. Okay. Okay. Anybody can give a tazkirah? Maybe tazkirah about patient to give me to cool me down, huh? Anybody can give a tazkirah? Any tazkirah?
Madam Macha already opened the camera.
Okay. Thank you. So anybody who can give who can share some tazkirah now? Nobody? Dapat pahala, you know? There are a lot of rewards. You know what tazkirah is? You know what tazkirah is? Feng shooting, do you know what's a tazkirah?
Sorry, Madam, I don't know. Tazkira.
It's okay. Somebody please explain what tazkirah is? Nobody also know? Huh? Yes?
Start sharing.
Tazkirah is sharing. Okay, so that's from Yasmin lah. Siapa yang cakap tadi?
Me, Izatul Najiha.
Izzatun Najiha. Okay, is that right? And everybody agree?
I want to add something. Tazkirah is like sharing about religious matter.
Sharing about religious matters. Okay, interesting. Anybody else wants to add? Ni UIA student lah punya definition of tazkirah. Okay, who else?
I think
Everybody agree?
I think that's not only about religious matter, but it's include about
Madam,
and etc.
Who are you? Who's speaking? Who's speaking? Tak jumpa.
Madam, if I try Tadkira is a reminder.
Reminder. Yes. Fadzakir. Inna dhikra tanfa'ul mu'minin.
Yeah.
What does it mean? It's in the Quran. Fadzakir. Inna dhikra tanfa'ul mu'minin. What does it mean? Semua senyap ni. Awak ni tahu ke tak? Fadzakir. Allah says and not me. Allah the who created the universe says give reminder. Inna dhikra, verily reminder, remembrance of Allah, remembrance of Allah, tanfa'ul mu'minin. This reminder is beneficial to the mu'min. So if you are mu'min, we always be grateful for tazkirah, somebody who will remind us of Allah and Islam. So tazkirah is a reminder. You say sharing of Islamic knowledge, yes. It's actually a reminder. So that's why tazkirah can be the same, madam. For the past of the 3 years I'm in UIA, the tazkirah is always about patience. Yes, because tazkirah is a reminder and it can repeat. Well, because as a human being, we need to be reminded. That's why in the Quran, there are many ayah which roughly the meaning are the same. Allah asks you to be patient many times in the Quran. Allah asks you to remember Allah also many times. Allah asks you to do solah, to do zakah, also not one time. Why? Because human being, as a human, we need tazkirah. And the tazkirah, Allah says, will benefit the mu'minin. So if we are all mu'minin, what does mu'minin means?
Believers.
Believers, yes.
People who believe.
The one who have iman. The people who believe. If we have iman, brothers and sisters, if I ask you, do you have iman or no? I'm sure you want to answer yes, right? I really hope none will answer no. Tapi you don't know, nowadays, there are people who don't believe in Allah, although they are in IIUM. There are these groups. So I hope that you are not part of this group. If you are part of this group who don't believe in Allah, let's chat. Let's discuss. Why don't you believe in Allah? But Allah says every time there's a tazkirah, every time there's a reminder, that the reminder will benefit the one who have iman inside. Okay, so that's why it's always good to give to have tazkirah, to just remind us. So okay, this is a muqaddimah. So anybody wants to give tazkirah here? You're all IIUM student, International Islamic University. I'm sure you can give tazkirah out of the blue, right? No?
Madam, I would like to share there's one ayah that I always remember whenever I face some difficulties. It was Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 2 and 6. I like the ayah La yukallifullahu nafsan illa us'aha, means Allah will not test or burden you within your capacity. So every time, like for example, as a student, sometimes we feel like we want to give up, like we cannot understand the lecture, or like feel hard in our study. So I will try open my Quran or try to search that ayah and try to read it again and try to remember yang whatever Allah tests me right now is means Allah know that I can pass through this problem. That's what I want to share.
Okay, thank you very much, Nur Safia. Jazakillah khairan. Very nice tazkirah. La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. Allah promised that we will never be given a task or a problem other than Allah knows that we can go through it. So that's a promise from Allah. So every time you are handling something, say, madam, I cannot go through. No, Allah knows that you can go through it. Because Allah the one who created the universe and created you, and Allah promised anything that you went through or you go through in this life, Allah knows that you can go through it and you can be successful of handling the situation. When you say successful, it means that successful is in the dunya and akhirah. And the more important is the akhirah. Okay, maybe you don't have any money due to the problem, you don't have any money in the dunya, you seem like a loser, but in the sight of Allah, you're a winner. And that's the most important thing. Okay, that's a very nice tazkirah. Before we start, I would like also to give a tazkirah, and I think this is important because nowadays we are living in a materialistic world. Have I talked about this tazkirah before? Inna Allah la yanzuru, tak pernah. So we are living in a materialistic world. So how do you, Izzah, how do you judge whether you are successful or no? How do you know whether a person is successful or no? Izzah Shakira.
Okay, from my opinion, we in materialistic life, if we want to indicate the person who is successful or not, we take a look by his like career, or jobs, or whatever profession that he do, and he or she do. And sometimes people will take a look at the money that they have, the wealth that they have.
They or you?
This is from the materialistic life of thinking.
So my question is, how do you view? My question is to you. How do you view success?
If I view the success is how much we gain from the worldly life to bring to the hereafter. So it means that we have the balance in life, which is did we manage to get successful in work that can bring our successful to the hereafter.
So are you successful or no?
I hope so.
All right, thank you. So if you ask let's ask siapa kat sini? Atira. Nur Atira, you there? Nur Atira, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, I want to ask you, if you ask your mother still alive?
Yes.
Okay, so if you ask your mother, how does your mother see you as successful? You think? What's the answer will be? Right. Are you there?
It would be to yes.
Oh, a bit lagging. Maybe of the internet.
Oh,
It's okay, just answer.
hello.
Yes, just answer. Just answer my question. So what your mother's answer will be?
Being able to do what he wait. Maybe being able to do what he asked for me to do,
Oh, that's successful.
like
Meeting your,
do successful because I able to listen to her what he want me to do, like doing the house call, like that.
Okay. So are you sure? Let me, if I can get your mother's phone number, let me ask your mother. Generally, brothers and sisters, if you ask the society now, how do you define success? It will be, this is at this we are talking about practical real life. I'm not talking about theoretical what's supposed in the book. This is what's happening around us. And it's only it doesn't only happen on the society, it happens in our family, and it happens to us as well, how we view things. So basically people will say you are successful, like Izzah was saying, if you have money. If you graduated, you don't have money, you're not successful. You're actually a loser. You don't have money and you don't have a job. You're also a loser, right? Or your CGPA is 2.0 maybe. So you're a loser. So success, this is what society view as loser or success. But however, we as a Muslim and Allah taught us there's another worldview. That's why you are learning in, you have taken courses, Islamic worldview. Islamic worldview, I always repeat this, Islamic worldview is just like what is from the kaca mata. If you're wearing a glasses, what is the, what do you call it? What are the, what do you call it? Sorry, I get distracted. What Islam's want you to see. That is worldview. Okay, so I want to share this hadith with you. Okay, let me open the hadith. Can you see? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, madam.
Okay, this is a hadith reported by Bukhari and Muslim. It's a sahih hadith. So as a mu'min who has iman, we have to believe the hadith. Okay. Inna Allah la yanzuru ila suwarikum wa amwalikum wa inna ma yanzuru ila qulubikum wa a'malikum, which means verily, for sure, indeed, Allah doesn't look at your appearance. Allah doesn't look at your face. Allah doesn't look whether your face is actually full of pimples or your face what do you call it? Your face or you are fat or you are thin or you actually have muscles. You know, brothers like muscles or sisters, you actually have a nice figure. Allah doesn't look at that. This is the Prophet says, Allah doesn't look at la yanzuru ila suwarikum wa amwalikum. And Allah doesn't look at your wealth, or the money that you have, the car that the car that you what do you call it? The car. Wait a second. So Allah doesn't look at your appearance, what kind of tudung do you wear, whether you have a smooth skin or no, whether you are pretty or no. And Allah doesn't look at your wealth, what handphone are you using, what clothes are you wearing. That's your wealth, right? How much money you have in the bank. That is not important to Allah. What's important to Allah? Wa innama yanzuru ila, and Allah definitely will look at qulubikum. It's your heart. What's inside your heart? Is your heart dirty? Is your heart clean? Is your heart full of bad things? So Allah will look at your hearts wa a'malikum, and also Allah will look at your amal. your deeds, how your good deeds. So there are two things that Allah will look at, brothers sisters, because nowadays we are living in the material world. Everybody value, value the outwardness. This is the world that we live in, and when you wear, if you work one day and your car is littered, you feel shy. Why should you feel shy? That's not the from the worldview of Islam. The worldview of Islam is what Allah views, and what Allah views is this too, which is the heart. You can be having a big car, but your heart are full with arrogance, right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't have big cars. You can have big cars, but what's important is not really the big car. You can have a big car, but what's important is inside your heart. What's inside your heart, your sincerity, your ikhlas, for studying, for helping your mother, right? And also wa a'malikum, and what you have done. Okay, so some people can speak. They say, oh, you can do tazkirah, you can give like lectures, but you don't have a'mal, you don't have good deeds. So brothers and sisters, I don't know whether I want to admit this ayn or not. There are still people who don't turn on the video and not telling me why. I don't understand. Maybe my English is not clear. Okay.
Madam, sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Ain Nazlifa just now wants to admit because she was poor connection and she was kicked out from the
I
the group.
see. Okay. She was kicked out because of the internet.
Yeah.
All right. So I already admit her in the class. Thank you for telling me. So brothers and sisters, so we need to be clear what's important and what's not important, especially in this world. And then there's after this we'll talk about even criteria for marriage, because many are looking from the outwardness, the beautiful of the, and very rarely people look at the hearts. Very rarely people look at the hearts, and while the heart is the most important. Okay, so for today, so that's the reminder for you and for me. And don't feel shy if you don't have wealth or nice outwardness. Maybe you are fat, maybe your face full of pimples, maybe you are short, maybe you are not handsome or pretty. It doesn't matter to the sight of Allah. And we should all chase what Allah wants, which is the qulubikum wa a'malikum. That's the most important thing. The rest for Allah, because Allah gives us the faith. Allah gives us everything. That the wealth is also Allah, but Allah wants to see what's inside your heart. Are you grateful for whatever Allah gives you? So that's the thing that we should look at. Okay, now I will share my screen on the slide. Can you see?
Yes,
So,
madam.
last class we were talking about intention of marriage. Hopefully we are clear. We hope that we will get married. You will get married or remarried for the sake of Allah and to be closer to Allah. So if the intention is clear, inshallah, Allah will, and to protect yourself. Also, part of the good intention is to protect yourself from doing bad haram things outside. So have a good intention, then Allah, and every time if anything happens in your marriage after that, go back to the intention. So and you can make decision based on the intention. So have a good intention in the first place. Okay, then actually these are the topics that we should cover in this class. There's a lot. Okay, normally we will have some discussion on this in the next one, the assignment that I will give you. So you should cover introduction to family management and parenting, marriage from Islamic perspective. I will cover, but maybe it depends. Some I will go deep, some will not, and some will be covering in your assignment. I will tell you after this what's your assignment. Managing conflicts in marriage, communication skills, Islamic parenting, understanding child development, issues in family management, family finances, maintaining healthy family lifestyle, managing conflicts in marriage. So these are all important aspects in when you are having a family. So inshallah we'll go through and some we will go through by discussion of your topic that you choose. So brothers and sisters, what do you call it? So for this course, the assessment will be 30% from the attendance, and how many percent? 40% I think from this. Betul tak? Am I right? 40% from your presentation, the assignment, 30% from attendance, 40% from presentation, and final assessment is 30%. Final assessment just it's only a 5-minute quiz, so you can take it at the end. So it's just a 5-minute quiz. So this assignment, what is it? You are supposed to make a video. It depends on you how you are going to make the video. You can see from the link of the playlist of this class, right? There you can see the previous the last semester's video. I already uploaded it there. You can see how they do it. Some use cartoons, some acting. Use whatever you think is good, and you're able to do it in which does not takes too much time. Okay. So it depends on you. You want to act, it can be the job can be like 4 weeks a job, or it can be like a 2 hours job. It's up to you. So make a 3 so I don't know, do you want 3 or 5 minutes video? Sometimes to make it shorter it's difficult. It's simple. Huh?
Can in between, madam, 3 or to 5 minutes?
So meaning we save maximum of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Maximum. So you will make a video maximum of 5 minutes. It can be 5 minutes or below, up to you. Okay, so it cannot be more than 5 minutes. More than 5 minutes, I will cut your marks. Okay, because all of us will suffer, have to watch like half an hour video. So the idea is for it to be short. I think better is 4 minutes and below. Maximum 4 minutes je lah. Because if you Google, if you do YouTube, you can sort it short or long. And when we say short, it's actually 4 minutes and less. So you want it to be short. Okay, make a 4 minutes video, maximum. You can do 1 minute if you want. I don't know whether you will be able to explain or not in 1 minute. On a problem or issue of family management and parenting. So you know there's some issues, or you can choose any issues that you can think of which is important to you. And then you need to discuss what are the issues, and then you need to suggest or what the solution for it. Alamak, panjang sangat ni. Kita tulis solutions. For it. So the issue, solution for it, and then I want some aspect of Islamization. So you need to have the solution, or the thinking or the discussion must have some Islamization part, which means that you relate to Islam. Okay, so you have to be related to Islam. So so this 4 minutes video have these issues, any problem issues of family management and parenting. So later in the Telegram, you can okay, before that, it is a group project, a maximum of 4. So you can have 2, 3, 4 maximum, or madam, I just want to do on my own, up to you. Okay, but I suggest you to do in a group lah. Then you know, then it will reduce. I don't want to have too much burden for you to do this video. You know why? A video, so that it will be beneficial. So hopefully other people in the web, when they search later on, they will find your video. So your video will be online in the YouTube. forever for people to search. So make sure when you make the video, you need to bear in mind that you'll be there forever. So and your grandchildren can watch it one day. So inshallah. So maximum of 4. So I want you to find your groups. Then I want you to I will put in a Telegram. So you need to put the name of your group. And then the title, not the title, the topic. What are the issue? For example, you put the abusive family or abusive parents. For example, like that. The topic, put the name of your group and the topic, so that other people cannot use the same issue or topic. And the issue topic should be as detailed as possible. Make it narrow scope. Okay, so first come first serve. Whoever put the issue first will get the issue. So the second person cannot take the same issue. Okay, and the videos, the marks will be by vote. We will watch it together. We have some discussion after when watch the video. Then we have discussion on the video of that, and then while watching, you'll be voting. You'll be ranking from number 1 to number, I don't know, 16, 12. It depends on how many groups we have. And 40% marks by the lecturer. So I give 40%. That will be the total 100% will be the 30% of your assignment. Okay, any question? So there's no force. If you can find group, then fine. If you cannot, you want to work only the 2 of you, it's up to you. Tak ada masalah, you can choose. Okay, no, any question? No question?
Then the deadline?
Good question. The deadline, which week are we now? You know?
Week 5, I think. 5 or 6.
We on week 5.
Okay, so we'll 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2. I give you 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 weeks. So we may take 2 classes to talk on the videos, and then 1 week to. If I give 3 weeks from now or 2 weeks from now, is it okay? Or you want 3 weeks from now?
3 weeks.
Okay, so it'll be 3 weeks from now. What's the date for 3 weeks from now? So by the kena buka pula the calendar. So 3 weeks from now. Now 11 11. So
It'll be the first week of December.
First week of December. First week on 1. Is it 1, 2, 3? Betul. So it will be 2nd of December, right? Okay, so the
Yes.
deadline will be 2nd of December. So 2nd December morning you have to give because at night we'll be discussing your videos. So it has to be submitted everything by noon. I will give you the Google form for you to upload the video. Okay, so 2nd December, good. Any more question? No? Okay, tak ada soalan. So basically this is your assignment lah. Try to, if you want to have some ideas, as I mentioned, you can go to the playlist of the class. You can look at the previous semesters. Some are good, some you can barely hear. The audio is not very good. So it depends. And also my reminder, purify your intention when you do this. Do it for the sake of Allah. So your intention is, if I do this, if I do a good job, it will maybe help somebody else out there. it maybe help somebody else out there. You never know, you know, in this world. Maybe your video will help somebody. So, okay, so if you do it for the sake of Allah, you will get the reward from Allah and you get the marks. So, two in one. Okay. All right, so. Okay, now so if no question, then we move to the next, to the rest. Bismillah. Introduction of family management parenting, definition of family. So, what is a family? Okay, and we need to be clear what is a family, because what do you say? The Westerners are trying to redefine family, right? Do you know what I meant? What I mean when I say the Westerners are trying to redefine family? Can anybody? Yes. What does it mean?
They want to make normalize of LGBT. That is not consist husband and wife, but wife, husband.
Okay. Where's your video? Is that too?
I'm sorry, I'm at living rooms. There's many people around me.
Okay. So what was saying? Yes. So the LGBTQ, they're trying to redefine the family. So this is the definition of family that we as a Muslim understand, and how the previous understand. Now they want to redefine, to change it. Basic social unit, as I mentioned, basic social unit is the family. Before this, you, me, individual is not a social unit yet. Which made up of husband, wife. So it must be a man and a woman, children and close relatives, network, and the family can be a big family, networks of parents, children, relative in strong bond, characterize the sense of responsibility and cooperation. So basically, that is a family. Okay, so so whatever the world are trying to redefine, we have our own definition of family, and we cannot accept men and men, women and women as a family. You can stop me anytime for question, or you want to comment anything. You are free. Feel free to stop me. So wait a second. So this is the family structure in Islam, a special kind of structure whose principles are related to one another through blood or ties. Through blood ties, so or marital relationship. So we can have family in Islam is due to the blood, whether you are the son or daughter from blood, or from marital relationship, also called family, that are prescribed by religion, reinforced by law, and internalized by the individual. So so marriage, family is we need to prescribed by religion. That's why, you know, in Islam, do you know that if somebody, a non-Muslim, they, for example, a couple, non-Muslim couple, and then both of them enter Islam, do they have to get married again or no? Do you understand my question? No, why not?
Because I have watched a video that said a couple, they didn't have to marry again. I'm not sure why, but there's the answer.
You don't know why? Do you know why? Anybody knows why? Oh, kenapa ni? Anybody knows why? Nobody? I cannot see everybody here. The answer is because Islam acknowledge the marriage of other religion. So when you got married, if the person is non-Muslim or remarried, when they enter Islam, we value the ties of the marriage from the other religion. So they don't have to get married again. They're considered married. So that's why only religion values marriage. If you say all people who get married normally are due to religion, it's not because of the other than religion, they will not get married, right? So we value the bond of marriage, even if it's a non-Muslim, from the non-Muslim. So what we don't value is this, what do you call it, cohabitant, meaning girl and man, or girl and boy living together. That we cannot accept. But marriage, even if it's from another religion, we accept. Okay, so that's the value of marriage in Islam. Okay, interesting lah, kita nak jawab. Okay. So what is family management? Is the process, ways, approaches, activities undertaken by parents and family members to manage the family and guide its development from the very early stages of its establishment. So everything having to do with family is in the family management. Basically, that's the conclusion. So this is the most important slide. If you can see. Yeah, well, you can see this. So family management consists of these aspects. So you can, for your assignment, you can choose any from this branch. Okay, from religious education enhancement, also from family management. So as a, what do you call it, for family management, it's important as a Muslim for you to have religious education enhancement. Do you know what it means? Anybody?
Related to ibadah, maybe.
Related to ibadah. Okay, good. What else? Fatin? Zafira? Fatin, Zafira? What do you...
Religious education enhancement, maybe for the family to be to apply more religious matters.
To apply more religious matters? What do you mean?
For example, like applying everything that we learn. For example, like solat berjemaah, solat berjemaah together.
So that's as the sister said, ibadah.
Yes.
The normal ibadah. Okay, good. What else? Is there anything else other than this? Other than that? Ahmad Taufik?
Basic thing about the akidah.
Yes, who's that? Siapa yang bercakap?
Me.
Yes, Afnan.
Me, Afnan.
Yes.
Religious education enhancement about akidah, akhlak and ibadah.
Cantik. Thank you, Afnan. So, yes, religious education is not only on ibadah, it's about akidah, akidah, ibadah and akhlak. So, enhancement means that you need to keep on enhance, to keep on progress, to make it better. Can we ever be a perfect Muslim? Never, right? Until you die, you won't be perfect, right? You will never be like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But we aim to be like him. We try to be like him, but we will never be perfect. So therefore, this enhancement, it means that we need to always increase the religiosity, keimanan, everything about deen in our family. And it cannot be stagnant. So, and it's a responsibility of the family. And to be particular, it's a responsibility of the husband. Okay, the brothers out there, if there's no religious education enhancement, you will be asked in the day of judgment of Allah, because you are responsible of the family. So, and that's why, and these religious education enhancements involve knowledge. How can you be, and how can you improve if you don't have knowledge, right? Can you improve without knowledge? Boleh, Aminul?
No, we cannot improve ourselves without knowledge.
You cannot improve ourselves with knowledge. Is your knowledge enough now?
Not yet.
So what should you do?
So I must go seeking the knowledge.
Okay, so how do you seek knowledge?
Uh, Tend to the class, tend to the what we call it, tazkirah in masjid.
Okay, so how many tazkirah have you been? And what classes did you go?
For now, I went to I attend each of my class, and for tazkirah.
So the class of your engineering,
Yes.
that will increase your religious education enhancement?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. Okay, nanti kita discuss lah little bit tu apa. Lagi? Tazkirah?
Tazkirah. In this month, I think I don't attend any tazkirah in masjid.
But
khutbah Jumaat.
Okay, so you are hoping the khutbah Jumaat will change you, right? Inshallah.
Inshallah.
So what's the last khutbah about?
Last khutbah about what?
It's supposed to change you, right? No, I'm just kidding. So I'm trying to make a point. Okay, brothers, thank you for your answer. I'm trying to make a point. So in order for us to improve ourselves as in the family, we need to have knowledge. So what is the effort that we do to seek knowledge? So okay, next question. Let me ask another person. Siapa mangsa saya? My next victim. Anybody volunteer for my next question? Tak berani. Ada berani? Siapa? No volunteer? Macha lah. Okay, Macha, you dah?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, my question to you, right?
I can try.
You can try, Okay, good. So now are you married now? Are you married? Okay, no. Okay, so you are not married. So like most of us here, you are here. You are not married. So do you need religious education enhancement or no?
I think it's must.
Huh?
It's must.
A must?
Yeah, it's must. You say the religion, right?
Yes.
Husband religion. I think it's a must.
It's a must. Okay, thank you. So
Yeah.
it's a must. So what have you done to for this religious education enhancement? Now you are not married. So what have you done?
How to say?
Because it's a must just now, right? You say it's a must, so you must be doing it, right?
Yeah.
So what have you done?
I am a Muslim girl, so I hope and I want to find a Muslim husband.
Do you understand what religious education enhancement means?
Religion, husband, education.
Religious education enhancement. No husband.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay.
So sorry. I think I don't know how.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, that's it. So what? Okay, then if you don't understand what I say in the class, ask. Okay, Macha. After this, anything that you don't understand that I say in the class, please ask, because I assume you understand. So let's ask brother Shukri. How are you, brother?
Assalamualaikum, madam.
Waalaikumsalam. How are you?
I'm fine.
Fine, good. So semua dah selesai ya kat kampung.
Sudah.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. So can you please explain to Macha what's that? What do you understand with religious education enhancement?
As a Muslim, we must educate ourselves to learn about the religious, to enhance ourselves, especially to manage yourself before you manage your family. So now we can get many source. Actually, the source is in media social to educate yourself.
Media social like what?
Like Facebook. Facebook have a discussion about the family matter, right? Have a page about the family matters, and the blogger or the YouTube.
Okay, thank you. Macha, do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So what mentioned by the brother, religious education enhancement is basically to improve ourselves in terms of religion, deen, from all aspects, from akidah, ibadah, and akhlak, the one that the sister said just now. So whether it's you are a family or you are not married yet, this religious education enhancement is for everybody. But if you are married, as a family, you have to do it. You don't do it alone. That's why it's beauty. You know, it's beautiful when you are married. Then you have a partner to do it together, and again the responsibility on the shoulder of the husband. So that's why then my question is, I was asking Aminul and Macha, what do you do in order to improve yourself? Number one, you need to have knowledge, right? You cannot improve yourself without knowledge. Not possible. How do you know what to improve if you don't have knowledge? But my question now is, where do you get the knowledge? Okay. Then the brother said, nowadays you can find from media social. Okay, let me see whether Alif Razmin. Do you agree with the brother? We go and find the knowledge in the social media.
Yes, I agree. I agree what you said just now.
You agree? You what? You agree? So
Yes, I agree.
so do you do that as well?
Yeah, sometimes I do. sometimes not. I feel want to watch, I watch. Like that.
Okay. Why is it not continuous and regular?
So,
Why is
again,
it? Huh?
yes, sorry again. I don't know.
Why is it whenever you want to feel you want to watch? Why is it not continuously and regular?
Oh, sometimes that video friends share to me, so I watch. If someone not share to me, I didn't watch. That.
So
to be
depends
honest,
on the luck. Huh?
Depends.
Because it's not important?
Yes.
Is it because it's not important?
No.
No, I'm asking. Okay, thank you, brother, for the answer. And not you, is all of you, brothers and sisters. We will do things that is important. You will never forget to eat for a day, right? Apa nama ni? Aminul, will you forget to eat in one day? Akan lupa tak?
No.
No, you will not, because it's
We
important.
must eat. Yes.
Yes. So it's important for you to eat. That's why you remember, and your body pushing you to eat to make sure that you eat. Religious education enhancement, Islamic knowledge, also what do you call it? If you find it important, you will go and find it. If you don't find it important, if you think it's important, you will put the last thing that you will do. Okay. And okay, next question. Let's ask Shafiqah. No, Shafiqah. Is it important religious education enhancement? Important or no?
Yes, important.
Why is it important?
Because religious education shape one's life. So it is it is a must for us to seek for religious education.
Why is it important? It's not clear.
Because it can shape ourselves. Like maybe we can by seeking religious education, we can be a better person than before this.
Is it important to be a better person?
Yes.
Why? Maybe it's not important. It's more important for us, for friends who love us, for us to get more money, we get a 4 flat CGPA, no? Why is it important? Do you understand my
By
question?
being a better by being a better person, we also just not seek religious education, but also we can spread the whatever knowledge, whatever education that we get to others, so it will be beneficial to others.
Okay, thank you Shafiqah for the answer. Do you agree? In Islam, Islam actually a beautiful religion and it's very rational. And through understanding Islam, then we will change. If we just accept Islam without understanding, we will not be thriving like the Sahaba. The Sahaba will die for Islam because they understand what Islam means. So that's why I have this discussion for you to think. Is it really important or no? If it's important, why? If it's not important, why? So I want you to ask yourself, is it important or not? And how important it is? Or is it not really that important? Anybody wants to answer before I just choose one person?
Madam,
Yes.
I think I can try again.
Okay, go on.
For me, because I'm in China, maybe my city is not Muslim city. So in my side have many not Muslim. So I need to go to masjid, or I need find the Islam teacher to teaching me what is Islam and what is my religion and what is Iman. So I think it's very important because when I go to the primary school, maybe I don't know what is Islam actually, because in my evolution, yeah, it's not Muslim city. I don't know Muslim, what is Muslim, what is different. So when I study Islam knowledge, I can get married. Oh, what is my religion? I can study what is how to say, what is my Iman, and if I understand what is my Iman, I can believe it. If I don't know, I can't. Why I need to believe? Why? I don't know. So I think we must to study religion education.
Okay, thank you very much, Macha. Alamak, silap kan. What is it? Okay. So yes, actually brothers and sisters, religion, deen is top priority in life. Number one is to Allah, His Rasul, then our parents. There's nothing more important in life than Islam. Let me repeat, there's nothing more important in life than Islam. Third time, there's nothing more important in life other than Islam. So if you value Islam, we need to understand what Islam says, and we have to, if we call ourselves a Muslim, if you call yourself a mu'min, right? How much you know about Islam? How much of your akhlaq, your ibadah, your aqidah is actually Islam? And the problem now, I will tell you the problem. For Macha is maybe clear. She's living in a non-Muslim environment, and she needs to know her identity as a Muslim. The problem with us, many of us who are in a Muslim environment, a Muslim community, we think we are good enough. That's why it's not important to go to Islamic classes, right? Apa ni, Taufik? Is maybe you agree? Maybe that's why many doesn't go to the Islamic classes, because we already know about Islam. It's not like Macha. Macha is in the difficult environment, so we are okay. Is that right?
What I'm seeing that most of us still like that.
Still like
thinking that we have learned enough about Islam, and we do not want to enhance our our
religion,
our religions more deeper. And I think that nowadays we do practice our Islamic teaching by ourselves, and we do not try to spread to other people, not doing da'wah. That's why with the Islam has been misrepresented. That's how I think.
Okay, thank you for your thinking. Yes, generally, we think that we are good enough. Especially, I'm really sorry. I am students. You can read Quran. You know some basic aqidah about the pillars of Iman, the pillars of Islam. Then you think you are enough. Brothers and sisters, learning Islam, learning about your deen will never be enough. So if you don't trust me, let's have a discussion. I can ask you question in Islam about Islam that you don't know, and I also many things that I don't know. That's why the religious education enhancements is until you die. Until you die, and we need to, and this is very important for our akhirah. Our iman, our akidah need to be reinforced. Dia kena diperkukuhkan with knowledge. It will not be there if our iman is here. It won't be here all the time. It will go down, and we need knowledge to push it back again to the top. So religious education enhancement is very important now and forever. So before your marriage, you should think: have you enhanced your deen? For the last 2 or 3 years, is your deen improving or no? Is it the same or is it going worse? If it's the worst, if it's going worse, something really not right with your life. So we should keep on improving our aqidah, ibadah, and akhlaq. And we can only do that with knowledge, and the motivation will also from knowledge. So while you're in IIM, I keep on saying there are lots of classes, and in online also you have classes. Join them. Make an effort to join them if it's important. If Islam is important in your life, you have to seek knowledge of Islam. So that is crucial. Okay. So in a family, you need to have plan how you're going to increase the religious education enhancement of your family. If your deen of your family is stagnant or going worse, you'll be asked in the day of judgment. You're supposed to increase. And the first person who will be asked is the brothers. So you want to get married? Yes, good, get married, you'll be happy, you have children. But Allah will ask you, have you done your responsibility to bring your family out of nar, out of hellfire? And part of it is having to enhance your deen. Okay, that's number one. This is extremely important. And nowadays, through observation of our society, right? When you got married, you're working, this is the last thing that you will do. The religious enhancement. Because you are busy with your life. You're busy with your children, you're busy with your work, you have no time to improve your Islam. While this is the basis of everything. If your religion will improve, your family will improve, your life will have barakah. There many good things will come from deen alone. So, but many you can go and see. I see many even in my own close relative. They will leave. The first thing they will leave is this one. Now, even not having family, you're already leaving this. How can you continue this when you are married? So you are supposed to start from now, brothers and sisters, enhance yourself, go and find religious deen. When I say religious education, it has to be the three: akidah, ibadah, akhlak. Akhlak you can learn from sirah. Ibadah you can learn from the classes of ibadah, how to make better your solat, your khusyuk of your solat. Akidah, the question about why should we go back to Allah for everything? That's part of akidah. So there are many things that we need to improve. Okay, number 2 is child education. Part of family management is child education. This is important. Anybody been to any child education courses before? Kalau ada, saya respect lah. Anybody? No? I've been to a few, and if you go, can you guess, in the full a hall that can fit maybe 600 people, guess what's the ratio of the men and women in that hall? Give a guess. This is a child education. Child is coming from a father and mother. So in a full hall of like 600 people, but what's the percentage of the men and the women there? Guess. Guess lah. Ngantuk malam-malam ni, ha?
7-3, madam.
Huh?
7-3.
17?
7-3. Mother 7, 3 men.
Okay, thank you. Your numbers, your ratio is complex. Interesting. Which faculty you from?
Oh, I reckon
Majoring in what?
sociology.
Sociology. Okay, thank you. So normally in engineering we use very simple numbers. We don't go 7-3. That's interesting number. So okay, you have a good not thoroughly correct, but I will tell you, I went to a few, and the ratio is always, for example, if you have for instance, we use the number 100, you can see 5 men over there, 5 out of 100, and the child are coming from both father and mother, and only the mother comes to learn child education. Is that right or wrong? Tell me. Is
Wrong.
That huh? The brothers tell me, is that right or wrong? Siapa? Syed Fawaz. Is that right or wrong?
It's wrong, madam.
But?
Right.
But there must be a but, right? Because they're only like, and it's happening many times. But what?
There's no but. Like, it's just wrong. Because I guess because people tend to say that the male should be the one working, while the female, they should be the one taking care of children. But that one is a very dated belief. Like, it shouldn't even be a norm. Like, both male and female should be taking care of their kids. So the male, they should also go for the child education program because they
Okay,
need to know
interesting
how
when
to
you
take care of
say.
their kids. So.
Okay, thank you. Interesting when you say child education is about taking care. You know, child education is is everything from taking care, also the role of a father. Do you know what's the role of a father?
The role of father.
How to be a good father? If you can you sleep and tomorrow you become a good father?
No, I mean, obviously not. Like you would have to
Huh?
learn somewhere,
Yes.
either from a role model or from a center.
But madam, actually, you know, my parents, my grandparents never go to any courses. They can see who I am today. I'm an army, so I've been in the army. I'm just kidding. You know, I'm I'm working. So why should I go to this child education? Can you answer that?
How should you go?
Hmm?
Well, I've never been to one, so I'm not sure what they actually teach there. So I can't really say, but I guess if I have no experience, I would just say it doesn't hurt to give it a try, I guess. Because it's still knowledge, because you're going to gain something
But
from
you
it.
are very busy. You'll be busy working. So okay, brothers and sisters, this advice for everybody. Even mothers, some of them also thinking, why should I have child education? Because you know my parents, I did never go to any courses. I'm in the end I'm okay, right? But you know we are living in the time which is difficult. We are living in end of times. You know, akhir zaman. So we need, and it's very challenging to bring up your children in these times. There are a lot of fitnah everywhere, and it's not the same. Last time we can walk outside, nobody will do any harm to us. Now you won't even allow your children or your son or daughter to walk in front of your house, not monitored, right? It's a different world. So therefore, in this zaman of fitnah, we need to have knowledge to how to educate us how to brought up our children properly. And with gadget and everything, it's all new. People are scrambling, and we don't know what's the effect now. Now we can see a little bit. You are one when you are when you are sekolah rendah, primary. Do you have like gadget already? I don't know your age. You have it already, you know? Is there internet when you are like form darjah 2 ke 3? Do you have internet at that time? Tak ingat?
Yes.
Yes? Yes, right?
Yes, madam.
So you're the internet generation. So for me, lecturers who are educating the internet generation, we can see a very different generation. And this very different generation affecting the society. And one of the problem the industry kept on saying to me, this generation are not patient enough. Because of the internet, everything fast, right? So you are not used to things which are difficult. So you sometimes you can give up easily. So us as a parents, our child are living in this kind of environment. How do we make sure that our child become a good child, soleh and soleha, the one who able to defend the ummah in any ways, you know, depending on knowledge or contributing to the ummah. So we need to have child education. So there are many courses out there, brothers and sisters. Go and learn and put intention, Ya Allah, I go and learn. Please help me to take care of my family, my children. So child education is also important. The third apa nama ni, element here is health and lifestyle enhancement. Okay, so also part of family management is lifestyle and health and lifestyle. We need, as a Muslim, we need to have a healthy family. You cannot have a family who just eat on junk food, because your children will not be a healthy children and cannot be a smart children who will help the ummah or who can be a good servant to Allah. So Islam is shumul. Islam is shumul means apa? Comprehensive. Islam is comprehensive, including in Islam is health and lifestyle enhancement. So part of family measure, make sure we have like you eat properly as a family, you go for sports together as a family. It should be part of your family. If all in the family are obese, there's something not right with the family management. So you need to work on that. Okay. Anybody wants to add anything before I continue? No. The next one is protection of family members from any harm. Okay. So in a family, it must be safe. You agree? For a family to be a good family, a true family, you need to be safe inside, in the family, in the house, and also around. So part of family management, how do you protect your family from any harm? Any harm can be harm from the fitnah of gadget, problem, harm of, I don't know, men trying to do something bad to your daughter, harm like a sin. Protection of family members from any harm can be any harm in terms of sin. So how do you protect your family? Ya ayyuhallazina amanu ku anfusukum wa ahlikum nara. What does it mean? Ya a'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu ku anfusikum wa ahlikum nara. Anybody can translate it for me, please?
Hinder yourself and your family from nar, from the hell.
Hinder?
Hell.
Yes, protect. Make sure you protect your anfusikum, yourself. First, that's beautiful, the ayah of the Quran. Allah is telling all men and women, anfusikum, first take care of yourself before you take care of your family. How can you take care of family if you cannot take care of yourself? If yourself is not praying properly, is not reading Quran, how do you expect your son and daughter become soleh and solehah? Nearly impossible. So first, anfusikum, take care of yourself, wa ahlikum, and your family. Anfusikum, ahlikum. Apa tadi? Tak ingat pula.
Naro.
Now, from the hellfire. So we need to protect ourselves and our family from hellfire. Okay, Izzatun Najihah. So we should think of how to protect you, and it's a big responsibility, brothers. So for you want to get married, it's good. May Allah make it easy for you to get married. If you're already married, alhamdulillah. But Allah will ask you on the day of judgment, how do you protect your family from hellfire? And that's why in Islam, if you study, there are many from the hadith guides or guidelines on how you can save your family from hellfire. For example, have you heard the hadith about Dayus? The hadith about Dayus. Do you know what Dayus is? Anybody? No? Nobody have heard the hadith? You sure? Allah knows whether you know or not. So, okay. Semua tak tahu. Okay. Okay, I will go and get the hadith for you. Or you can Google Dayus not Dayus from the Malay perspective. Malay, they use the word Dayus, lelaki Dayus, Dayus man. What are you Dayus, that's a Malay understanding. But in Islam, the Dayus are coming from an Arabic word and from a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And it's a very clear hadith, and so it's a very scary hadith, especially to men. And nowadays, you can see many husbands who are dayus, whereby roughly, I'm translating roughly, the hadith says, dayus are for men who are not jealous of the wife when the wife is, when the wife what's the word? I cannot know. The wife are not protecting herself, her marwah, her honor when she goes outside. Do you understand what I mean? So, and you know what's the punishment for this dayus man? So basically, there's a man who you are a husband, and you see your wife are not wearing hijab, and your wife are like talking to another man or so nicely and with very close with another man, and say it's okay lah. My wife look beautiful without hijab. My wife is beautiful wearing tight clothing. My daughter or something like that. Just so it's okay. I like her to be like that. And you see your wife going out with men, and you say, oh, it's okay. This is a modern life. She needs to go and mingle with the man. And the hadith said that the man is called dayu without no jealousy. A man with a good true man will not allow the wife do that. He will stop the wife from doing bad things. And the punishment for these dayus is great. Allah says he will never ever smell the paradise. You know, there's another hadith that says paradise can be, you can smell paradise from like very, very far away. And this man, for Dayus man, he will never smell even paradise. So let alone to be in paradise. Okay, so it's a very, very strong hadith, and many doesn't know and just allow. It's okay lah. Everybody are wearing like that, madam. All wearing tight jeans nowadays. You know, I don't know whether you are wearing tight jeans, my sisters. It's a trend, right? Korea trend, tight jeans, tight clothes. Brothers also. Sometimes, you know, I don't know where to see it. And brothers like to wear tight jeans and trousers. I don't know why. In engineering, I don't like to see it. You are, what do you call it, torturing me, because that is a sin. Even as a brother, sisters also wear something like that. You know, if you let your wife or wearing like that, then you are dayus. So be careful. Huh? So you should say to the wife, or please. So that's why next is you need to find a good wife or good husband. Because a good husband will advise you. If you wear something which is revealing, a good husband will say, oh sayang, oh my darling, dear, honey, can you please wear something else? Like for example, my husband, he will, if I wear something, I like to wear colourful tudung, hijab. Then he'll say, oh, dia kata, call me sayang, you know, the tudung is too bright. He will say something like that. Then I will never wear that tudung again. So it means that your husband loves you if he wants to protect you from hellfire. So a good husband will always give advice, and a good wife will accept the advice. It's not like ikut suka saya lah. It's not like answering back, so whatever I like. I'm a graduate, I'm a lawyer now. Who are you to say who to stop me for what I want to wear? So that's why religion is very important for you to choose your spouse. Later on, we'll go to a hadith about how to choose your spouse. Okay, we haven't been there. So dayus is another, you can Google lah. Anybody, if you Google and you find the hadith, you can paste in the Telegram. I'm not making this up. This about hadith on dayus, and it's dangerous. And many, I don't know whether they don't know, they don't care, I don't know which one. Okay, so I will share back. Kat mana dah saya ni? Anybody wants to add anything? Do you see any dayus men around? Not around here, I mean around outside. Yes, no? No? Tak berani kata. There are lots out there. If you go out there, if any wife is wearing like that, I pity the husband. If the husband doesn't say anything, if the husband says something and the wife doesn't follow, then the wife will be answerable to Allah, because the husband cannot force. But if the husband doesn't say anything, and even worse, encouraging, then wait until the day of judgment. Okay, so the first thing, we need to make sure that we are not in that category. Okay. Next is financial and material matters. So it's also important in family. You agree or no? Some people can get divorced because of financial and material matters. um, you know, you don't have if you are married to a guy marrying a lady who is rich, and then when you are married, okay, a guy which is not rich from a poor family get in love with fall in love with a woman which is rich, and they are married. So what's next? The man can only provide certain things, right? And the girl are being used to live in luxury. Maybe can if he doesn't have iman, and you have trouble in the family. But if the iman is strong, the wife, you know, in Islam, whatever your husband can give, you need to be thankful. And husband cannot be stingy. But some husband are rich, some husband are not rich. You know, it doesn't mean that not rich is not good. But as a wife, if your husband can only provide you this much, you be thankful, and that's a good wife. You don't ask beyond what your husband can give. Whatever your husband give, alhamdulillah. And if you can give more, maybe your salary is more than your husband, then you give more, then you give sadaqah to the family. But you don't argue and say, why are you only giving, and you pressure the husband until the husband go crazy and his life is just to find money for you. That is not life. That's why before marriage, you need to know what's the status of the man, whether he what kind of life you will be living in, right? Because if you are not, then you have a trouble, you get argument in financial and material matters. So I'm not saying that poor family cannot marry a rich family. It can, but you need to have understanding, and Islam and iman. It's difficult, right? So financial and material matters is important, part of family management, you should know. And family roles and function in society. Another part of family management is, as a family, you need to know what is the role, your role as a family, your husband and your wife together. What is your role in the society? It means that you need to have a role in society. Say, I don't care. Madam, I marry this girl. It's our life together. We don't care about society. No. In Islam, when you have a family, you have a role in society. So you should know what is your role in society. Do you know? We can discuss later. Hopefully somebody will take this assignment and then we can discuss further. So we need to have a role in society because we are the one who will make the society better. And as a family, husband and wife, you together functions in the society. And this is why you in IIUM, you are supposed to go out to be agent of change. All of you are supposed to go out of IIUM one day and become an agent of change. And your family will become an agent of change. And that is what as a Muslim we should do. And what IIUM is hoping out of you. And not finally, and the next one is marriage and communication in family. This is very important. Communication, extremely important. Many divorces are due to lack of communication or ineffective communication. So communication is very important. And another thing is, when you get married, right, one person from a different family, different totally background and environment, suddenly marrying another girl from totally background of family and life. So when they are married, you need to have good communication to know, oh, this is normal for this family to do that. This not normal for this family to do that. So if the communication is not there, then you will get into big argument, and then in the end, shaitan will come in the end, there may be divorce. So even if you don't like something, you need to say it, that you don't like this person doing something. And also you need to know the difference about men and women. Men and women are created differently. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so amazing that created men and women different. If it's the same, can you imagine? Life will not be interesting in this world. Can you imagine all the same men and women? Not interesting at all. But Allah created differently. So when you got married, there will be something different. The women will value certain things. The men will value certain things. So part of the family, you need to know how men thinks or thinks and feel, and how women thinks and feel, then you need to communicate. Okay, and normally if there's a break in the family, the first thing is communication problem. And lastly, family problem. So you will have a lot of family problems in the world. Maybe some of you also facing family problems. So as a family management, we need to know how to deal with family problems. And what is the basic of handling family problems? There will be family problems. I will tell you that Allah, there's in Surah Al-Anbiya ayat 35. Go and Google Surah Al-Anbiya ayat 35. Allah says, you know, in this world, Allah give us trials and tribulation, so that Allah knows which one is who actually is a good servant of Allah. So a problem is actually good. We need to know how to handle it, and we should go back to Allah. We need to know how to handle it, and we should go back to Allah. So that's the reason why we have family problems. They don't easily give up from the family. Okay, so basically the whole of our course is based on this mind mapping. Okay, so any question up to there? No? So I hope that you will think about the assignment, and then hopefully it covers most of the topic over there, and we can discuss further. And inshallah, so that will be in 3 weeks. So next week we'll go through the next is the rules of a functional family. We'll go through some theories and some discussion. Okay, Ain, are you okay? Okay. All right, brothers and sisters, I think enough for now. May Allah forgive us. May Allah show us the right way. May Allah give nur in our heart to follow the right path. Sometimes we know what is right, but we just don't do it. We know that's right. We know we have to become a better Muslim. We know that we have to seek knowledge, but we are lost in this world, you know, and it happens that's why Allah have make it compulsory for us to pray 5 times a day, because Allah knows we'll be lost in this world. However, brothers and sisters, Islam is not a religion of only rituals. You mean, madam, I already pray. I pray 5 times a day, so it's enough. Brother or sister, do you really pray? Do you really submit yourself to Allah? When you say doing the prayer, when we say ihdinas siratal mustaqim, ya Allah, please show us the right path. Do you put your heart when you say that? And ask Allah, when you say ihdinas siratal mustaqim, ask Allah to show you and guide you and hold your hand so that you can go to the right path. And it's not because the path is not easy, because shaitan and iblis will try to pull you here and there. Rather than you seek knowledge of Islam, it's so boring. Why don't you just play games? No, you play games. You are stressed, right? Sister, brother, play game. You know, play games. They will make you happy. Or, you know, I don't know, the sisters do something. I know what you do, sister. So shaitan will give us always alternative. So in order to fight this, we go back to Allah for strength. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, ya Allah, please help me, show me the right path and pull me towards that. You can ask Allah. Allah will help you. Allah will show you one by one. Allah is Ar-Rahmanur Rahim, even the Surah Fatiha. Allah is merciful. Allah loves you. But we need to go to Allah first with our heart. So when you pray, when you make dua with your heart. Sincerely ask Allah to show you, and Allah will help you, brothers and sisters. And never Allah will leave you. Never ever Allah will leave you if you go to Allah with sincerity. And only you and Allah knows whether you are sincere or not. If you ask Allah, I will show you. Allah will show you one by one by one. Allah will send helpers to you. And that's the beauty of Allah. You know, it's just us. Sometimes we are too arrogant, too lazy to ask Allah. So before Allah takes the the ruh out of our body, let's all try our best to be a better Muslim and strive for it. If you are not strong enough, ask Allah to help us. If you are not strong enough, ask Allah to help us. If you're not strong enough, ask Allah to help you. And in the same time, seek help. So you can go to anybody you trusted and say, I need help. I want to do this, but I cannot. It's not, then Allah, and maybe he or she is the way for you to become better. Okay? I think that's enough for tonight. May Allah, guide all of you and me to the right path. And inshallah, I hope, let's make dua so we can have this discussion again. You know where? Do you know where? Once I've been to Turkey, Istanbul. I was young at that time. I was, I think, 19 or 20. I was undergraduate. I went to Turkey, Istanbul at that time, and to a market. There's a marketplace macam pasar, so full. But so I was buying like a cover for a cushion. It's very nice hot over there. So then there's a man who's selling it, and then when I finish, so I pack everything and give money. I'm just a student. I don't have money. I think that's the last time I will go to Istanbul, because that I like scrap everything the money I can have to go there to see Turkey. Then after finish, then the man selling say, okay, see you again. He said just see you again. Then I look at him. I remember me and my friend look at him. No, I don't think we will come again because we don't have money, and then we don't have money. Basically, I will never come. I don't think we'll be able to come again. You know what he said? And that, like, I think 20 or 30 years still stick in my mind. I can roughly see him. He said, no, see you again in Jannah. Subhanallah. He said, see you again in Jannah. So I was like, Ya Allah, this is so beautiful. Just because we believe in one Allah and we only met once, if we believe in Allah, we can meet again in Jannah. And that is what we want, brothers and sisters. Hopefully we can meet again in Jannah, but we need to try to improve ourselves so we can be there in Jannah together, inshallah. Okay, with that, can we have a brother to recite a dua before we close? A brother who haven't recited before.
I will recite the doa.
Okay, silakan Aminul, tafaddal.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma inna nas'aluka rasamatan fid din wa afiyatan fil jasad wa ziyadatan fil ilmi wa barakatan fil rizqi wa tabatan qabla maut wa rahmatan indal maut wa maghfiratan ba'da maut. Allahumma hawwin alaina fi sakaratil maut wa najatan minan nar wa afa inda hisab. Rabbana la tuzigh qulubana ba'da idh hadaytana wa hab lana min ladunka rahmah innaka tawwab. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar. Sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Walhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Jazakallah khairan Aminul. And let's close the class with tasbih kifara and surah al-asr. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal asr. Innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa amilus solihat wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. If we have time, maybe next class we can talk about why do we recite Surah Al-Asr at the end of the class or meeting. Do you know why? If not, let's discuss next week. Okay, thank you very much everybody. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam.
Salam. Thank you, madam.
Welcome.